are two behaviors that you thought were a food addiction but might actually be ADHD. Number one, feeling a really strong urge to eat when you're not hungry and feeling like you just can't resist eating certain foods. This can actually be a stimming behavior or a way that your brain is trying to make up a dopamine deficit. Folks with ADHD also often struggle to either feel hunger cues or to notice them when they do arise, so it's possible that that really strong urge to eat may actually be hunger. It's just that you're not attributing that signal to hunger because usually it's hard to feel unless you're so hungry that you feel sick. Another reason why you might be getting the urge to eat when you're not feeling physical hunger is that you might have undernourished yourself earlier in the day. And so if you either skipped or didn't eat a lot for breakfast or lunch, it is possible that even when you've had a good-sized dinner and your body feels satiated, that your brain is still seeking more fuel. Behavior number two is if once you start eating, you feel like you can't stop until you are uncomfortably full. Just like with the last one, when this happens, it can mean that the eating is actually a stimming behavior. So it's not just about eating the food, it's that the act of eating, the chewing, the flavor, the sensory experience of it all is either helping you increase stimulation if you're feeling understimulated or decrease stimulation if you're feeling overstimulated. And when that happens, our brain is going to want to continue to repeat the stimulating behavior until stimulation needs are met, which is not necessarily the same time as when fullness needs are met. And the second thing is that because people with ADHD often have a hard time with body proprioception, they may not notice that they're getting full until they are over full. And again, the likelihood that you're going to have this experience increases a lot if you are undernourished during the day and you get to the point where you are so hungry that you are starving. Most of the time when people with ADHD get to this point, they're going to eat a lot of food, they're going to eat it really fast, and they're going to eat it faster than their body signals can catch up. And so now you may be thinking, okay, well, that's all well and good, but what does the why behind the behavior matter if the result, whether it's a food addiction or whether it's ADHD, is that you don't have control around food and you have this quasi-addiction-like relationship with it? My friend, it matters a lot. When people feel that they have an addiction to food, the natural conclusion of that is that the only way forward, the only thing that you can do to treat the addiction is to take an abstinence-based approach to food. And that approach often doesn't work well because these patterns are the result of not having core needs met. And so if your approach to addressing that is to take away the only tools that you have to meet those needs, then all of the dynamics that were present that led to this problem in the first place are not only still present, but they are now under stress. And the only way that you can maintain perfect abstinence to recover from a food addiction is to exert constant and consistent control over your environment, which requires sustained focus, attention, motivation, and a massive amount of executive function. So instead of just ripping every pleasurable food and thing that you enjoy out of your diet and try to maintain this perfect food environment at all times, you have to figure out a way to disable these dynamics in a way that supports your ADHD brain, not in a way that is seeking to control it.